Guys, Doing 13 here. Trying a new video. I don't know if I'm gonna do more of these. If I do, it'll probably be for like pay-per-views and stuff like that. But gonna talk about the WWE Draft that happened last night. I have everything on my phone here, and I feel like I need to say stuff because I do like what they're doing with this. I'm not gonna talk through about all 90 or 50 or so picks that happened last night. I'm just gonna talk about the ones that stick out to me. The ones that I'm like, this could lead to something bigger. Because that's what this WWE has been doing recently. They're not just doing stuff for the sake of doing it. They're doing it to make you think, okay, they're doing this, but how does that affect this? Like they're setting up the whole Wyatt family New Day as a potential story arc, as a way to bait and switch. Like maybe Xavier Woods might defect to the Wyatt family or something. Like there is a lot of stuff that they've been doing recently. I've actually really enjoyed Raw and SmackDown the last few weeks, save for a couple of matches that I will never not like anything involving Breezango and Golden Truth together in the same ring. No, just stop. That pre-show event or that pre-show match on Money in the Bank was just terrible. Just really just terrible. As for the draft itself, first overall pick, second overall pick, I do enjoy the heck out of both of them. You want to consider this being the first overall pick on both sides. Seth Rollins for Raw, Dean Ambrose for SmackDown. I personally I'm excited. I'm really excited about what they can do with this. Those two, mark my words, they are the Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage of this generation. They're the guys you're going to think about when you're in your 50s, saying, I watched them, they were awesome. They're good. Like, their matches together have always been best things on the card that night. And I'm kind of sad they're getting separated, but it makes sense. They're going to introduce a new champion. They're going to introduce a new belt. I'm guaranteeing you, because if Dean Ambrose retains the WWE Championship this weekend, Stephanie's going to introduce a new belt just to spite Shane McMahon, which makes sense. They're going with a whole like Game of Thrones style. I want the two of you to fight each other. You need to destroy each other. My terrible Vince McMahon impression. I need to work on that one. Anyway, John Cena with SmackDown makes sense. Randy Orton, same thing. You need the two best faces of the company. It's always been Randy and John for the last 15 years. So you need them to be on. You need them to be on the card that you think is going to be the lesser card. But I think personally, although John might comply with this because it opens his schedule up a lot more to where he only works on Tuesdays, Randy is that loose cannon. You don't know what he's going to do. He could very well easily defect to Raw, because if I remember correctly, he didn't really like Shane. But that, you never know. The New Day on Raw, I like that. Would have liked them seeing later in the same show, SmackDown drafted American Alpha, which is one of my favorite tag teams on NXT. I would have loved it if they had gone to Raw as well, so we could see American Alpha versus the New Day. But I'm good with this. This is a good thing. Keep the New Day together, and they can let them be the top tag team ever. They are probably they started off as the worst heels you could possibly imagine, and they ended up being the best babyfaces on the entire card. Xavier Woods, I doubt you'll ever see this, but you are my favorite wrestler right now. I freaking love you, man. You are amazing. And let's see, Gallows and Anderson to Raw, AJ Styles to SmackDown. Splitting up the club like this does sound particularly bad at first, but then you see that they put in the same night from NXT they drafted Finn Balor, which makes me wonder: are they going to fully implement Balor Club? Because for those who don't know, all four of these guys were in what is called Bullet Club in Japan. They were all in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The club was started by Finn Balor, and then AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson were all in Balor Club. Like, they became the leaders, essentially. It's still going on, too. Like, New Japan, like, it is still one of the top factions in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And it's even gone itself in Evolve Pro Wrestling and TNA. So we don't know, but it's a good guess that says we might see Balor Club be a thing. Next up, SmackDown got Bray Wyatt. But they only announced that SmackDown got Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan. Braun Strowman's going to Raw. And this is another one where I think he's going to defect. And what I mean by that is, Braun Strowman, although he is everything Vince McMahon wants. He's a tall, strong bastard that can easily lift you up and throw you on the ground with enough force to make you shit your pants. He's not that good by himself in the ring and on the mic. He needs someone like Bray to help him push him over, which is why he was a part of the family. So seeing him on Raw, I doubt that's going to be a permanent thing. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to move to SmackDown. And then Luke Harper wasn't drafted at all, which makes me wonder what they're doing. Like, if they were releasing him because of he's injury prone, or he's just retiring, or what. Like, no one said anything, as far as I know, at the time this video is recording, about what the hell Luke Harper is doing. Kind of worries me, but at the same time, it could work. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, solid choices for Raw. They deserve to be on the same card together. They have some of the best matches every time they're in the ring with each other. Their chemistry is almost brotherly. Like they hate each other, but you know when they get backstage, they hug it out. They're real good friends in real life, because chemistry like that, it just bleeds through. It's real good. The Big Show to Raw, I get it. Mark Henry, same thing. Stephanie needs her heavy hitters. And sadly, those two are it, because she also got Kane. Or no, Kane went to SmackDown, which I'm actually kind of sad about, because we could have had it where there could have been a passing of the torch match between the Demon Kane and Finn Balor. Because, for those who don't know, Finn Balor's whole gimmick is that he's a demon as well. He doesn't do that often, except, or say, for pay-per-views, but when he does, they could have easily had a passing of the torch match where he is the devil's new favorite demon. Let Kane retire like he's been wanting to for the last few years. Same with Mark Henry. I believe they got Apollo Crews to SmackDown, which, okay, I see it. He's a young guy. He needs to be on the younger card, which it's looking like SmackDown is trying to be the younger card. Let's see, anyone else that catches my eye. Mojo Rawley for SmackDown. Solid. Sorry. That's a solid choice. Like Mojo Rawley, he's a really good wrestler. He's fun. He's fun on the mic and all that. Dudley Boys to Raw. Again, I think that they're not going to defect as much as like Big. I think Big Show's giving us one last WrestleMania where they actually announced on their YouTube and Twitter that Big Show and Shaquille O'Neal are fighting WrestleMania 33 in Orlando, and I think that's pretty much going to be the swan song for the Big Show. He's going to fight Shaq as his last, like, I'm cementing myself as the giant of WWE type thing. I'm okay with that. Mark Henry, let's let the man retire. He's wanted to for like 5 years. They were like, or they pretty much, the writing was on the wall for Mark when they should have let him retire in Dallas. He was in the battle. I think he was in the Andre Giant Battle Memorial, and that would have been a somewhat sentimental thing to let him retire in his home state of Texas. And while he hasn't really done much in the last few months, honestly, like, I don't really remember seeing him in any SmackDown or Raw tapings. He might be doing stuff on Superstars, but I'm not sure. Zack Ryder to SmackDown. I'm okay with this. Let's see. Kalisto and Sin Cara were broken up, which, for those who don't know, they actually went on the WWE Facebook an exclusive interview before the show and said on Raw, yes, we are splitting up. We are still friends though. We're gonna still come out to the same entrance music, and I think, I'm not sure. Like, they're friends with each other. They've never been on bad terms with each other. So we might see them, or they might see one of them defect to another brand to go after the tag. Like, I see Kalisto defecting to Raw to get the tag team from the New Day, because they were the only ones that ever stood a remote chance with them, especially with Kalisto doing the Salida del Sol off the ladder at TLC, which still to this day is probably the best spot I've ever seen ever. The Usos to SmackDown. We might see them defer because they might try to push the whole, we're Roman Reigns' cousin, we're gonna go where he goes, or again, like I said with Kalisto, they're gonna probably go back so they can get the tag teams, unless they move the tag team to SmackDown, which I wouldn't mind either. Let's see, any other person. This video is already almost 13 minutes, so I'm gonna probably wrap it up right now. Neville's going to Raw, Neville and Cesaro going to Raw. I see where they're going with this because Stephanie said there's gonna be a cruiserweight division in Raw. Though I wish that it would have been to SmackDown. Like, if they had made it where the cruiserweights was a SmackDown only thing, put Cesaro, Neville on, or Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, like, put the workers, put the guys that are great in the ring. That's what that division's supposed to be. So I see where they got those two on Raw, but I wish they would have gone to SmackDown. Let's see. Rusev to Raw. Miz to SmackDown makes sense. You need the two belts to be individual things, so that can end up paying off. Just closing it out. I like what they're going with to start off with, but I want them to do more. Could very well be really, really good for both brands in the future, and they could easily make this like a Game of Thrones type thing, where not a lot of people were happy with the choices, but at the same time, they don't have to stay there. My thinking is, by the end of the year, we're going to see a lot of different faces that were originally on one brand on another brand. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for listening. If you somehow made it all the way to this video, again, I apologize for it being so long. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm genuinely interested in what everyone's going to go with, what your thoughts are. And, well, see you later. Bye.